Christian, you've had a busy summer from what I've seen. What's been your favorite part about it so far?
Oh, for me, of the summer, just spending time at home with my family is always the best part. Getting away from the game and just being able to relax a little bit.
You gave a great answer on Fallon the other night where he asked you about your teammates asking about the U.S. and you were like, essentially like, I'm just a kid from Hershey. Like, how much enthusiasm or how many questions have you fielded from your teammates, and what are they asking? Who's been asking the most?
No, I don't think they haven't been asking too much this time around. Always if there's a good food spot or a good somewhere that we can go have some fun around. But yeah, I tell them I'm not from here. I'll do my best. I try to help them out as much as I can.
Any good fast food recs or anything like that you've given anyone?
Well, we haven't had a chance to get any fast food during the training camp, but I wish.
What would you recommend?
Oh, I mean, I like it all. I mean, I like a good Chick-fil-A like anyone else.
Yeah. What was it like meeting Rihanna?
It was great. Yeah, she was super nice. It was awesome. She's part of the Puma family, so yeah, it was cool that she was able to come to the game.
And switching over to Olympics, have you been able to catch any of it so far? With your busy schedule. If so, what have you been watching or checking up on?
Yeah, I've been following what I can. There's a lot of events happening all the time, and we've been busy. But yeah, I watched even a little bit of the women's game today. Watched them beat Japan, the men's basketball. But I followed everything.
Any athletes at the Olympics that really stand out to you that you especially follow or root for?
I mean, I think there's so many. Obviously, it's been fun to watch the men's basketball team with so many stars on that team. To see a team like that is pretty fun to watch.
I don't know if you got to see any of it, but at least what is your reaction to the scoreline that you saw from the U.S. team in the quarterfinals against Morocco?
I mean, obviously it's a difficult scoreline. Tough to take, but we're going to be back, so I'm not concerned. We'll be okay.
Next up on the U.S. sports front, I know that you're a big Sixers fan. What have you made of their offseason and adding Paul George and a bunch of roster turnover?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always excited for the season. It's been tougher and tougher for me to watch NBA games being over in Europe. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be an exciting year for them.
Switching over to AC Milan, after I think everyone would agree was a very good first year, when you have a season like that, is that reaffirming about the work that you're putting in?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. It's nice to score some goals and feel a bit of confidence again. I never really lost that feeling. I knew it's in there somewhere, but it's nice to be able to do it on a regular basis.
Speaking about being a kid from Hershey, I don't know if you lose this sense of wonder, but do you ever give yourself a chance to think about, like, you've played in two of the biggest cities in Europe, in London and Milan, as a kid from Pennsylvania?
I mean, I've said a lot of times that it still seems surreal to me. I'm blessed to be able to do this for a living. I'm extremely lucky. I've worked really hard at it, but I'm extremely fortunate to be in this position. So I just try to not take it for granted and enjoy the experience.
What's it like playing either across the wing or in the attack with someone like Rafael?
Yeah, I mean, a top attacking player in the world for sure. So it's been great. Enjoyed the experience a lot. It's been a good duo that we've had.
Switching back to the U.S. for a second, one of your former teammates and I think a decent friend just arrived in the U.S. with L.A. and Olivier Giroud. Any thoughts or advice for him about acclimating to the U.S.?
I mean, he'll be fine. He's played all over the world. He's obviously one of the best strikers ever, and he'll figure it out just fine. I'm sure he'll like the American experience.
And lastly, is there an opponent that you faced in your career that you especially respect or admire? And if you do have someone in mind, why is that the case?
No, I've faced off against so many of the best in the world. Obviously, playing against Messi, as an example, yeah, probably the best player ever. So, I mean, obviously, respect for obvious reasons.
Perfect.